ربي زدنا علما وارزقنا فهما آمين يا رب العالمين.
Okay. Wait, few minutes, 1 minute. I make it live at YouTube because it's it's easier for. Pardon? Okay, I make it live in YouTube because it's easier for the rest. Okay, for me also lah. Okay, because sometimes I get forgetful. All right, so today we're going to continue with doing the yesterday we learned something about the techniques. Okay, find your own topic. So do you still remember what are the techniques to search your own topics? Remember? The first one, you have how you explore your own areas of expertise, okay? Expertise. And then you can browsing different sources of ideas such as internet, magazines, okay? And then you might have a clip file, some kind of articles, writing a journals, okay? You can also ask questions, ask ideas, ask your friends for ideas. And you can like gleaning ideas from your environment, okay? And then the second one, we learn about the strategies to explore your own topic, and you learn about this, okay? And the first one, we learn brainstorming, okay? Because you have a topic, your grandfather, and you want to brainstorm, okay? So what you need to do is just write everything about your grandfather, okay? And after you have listed, okay, and then you might want to put it into a category, okay? Maybe you want to write about your appearance, the personalities, okay? Then you start writing the essay. All right, okay. The second one, the next strategy, the second one, okay, is free writing. Okay, free writing is some of you, okay, when you write essay, yeah, maybe because you don't, but I think most of you, when you start writing an essay, you start writing straight away writing, you don't brainstorm, you don't put in different strategies, okay? You just writing. But when you start writing, it's just you writing down anything, anything that your thoughts as they come to you, okay? So when you do free writing, you just starting to write everything, but normally you will consider it as the real essay, okay? But then when we have like this checking, when you read back, okay, the one that you have written, you might lose some grammar errors, and then you might write something that is not connected to the essay, okay? So I think most of you have done this. It's kind of free writing. Okay, free writing is just like you straightforward. You write a paragraph. I mean, you straightforward writing, and then you start with the first paragraph, and then you go second paragraph. Okay, but somehow and then you submit the essay again. You don't really like read again and check. Okay, so this is also one of the ways for you to write. Okay, but because you are thinking that the idea is keep flowing, okay, to you, and then you just write. Okay, you quickly write and not to stop. Okay, so we call it free writing because when you write, you don't really reread, okay, and then you don't really correct thing that what you have written. So we call it as a free writing. But supposedly after this, okay, if you start writing, you need to write. You need to reread, and then you need to correct. Okay, you can check, and then you need to check the grammar errors. You need to check some of sentence structures there. Okay. But actually, free writing is something like when you write a journal. You know, when you write a journal, you just write whatever it is. And this is what happened. Okay. So sometimes students also do free writing because they think that when they start writing, the ideas are flowing and they just write everything. Okay, but what you need to do after that is you need to revise. Okay, kena revise balik, revise, and then you need to check, need to reread. Okay, and correcting lah, correcting some of grammar errors. But somehow you do it all the time when you writing tapi tak read, and then you don't correct, and then when I read the essay, just like, oh, okay, macam ni punya kan. Okay, so this is like you doing the free writing sebenarnya, not the real essay there. Okay, all right. Another strategy is asking questions. Okay. This is, I think most of you will done this, asking question. So when you ask question, there is one way, okay, to help you to generate generate ideas, okay. So there are like different questions, but you can, normally we use WH questions, all right. So for example, you have the question, you have just now about your grandfather, okay. You learn something about your grandfather, and then you start asking who is your grandfather, okay. And then what else, what, this is what you need to do is just write the who, what, and then when, where, why, how, right. And then you elaborate what. If you use who, okay, if you use who, if who, what question that you want to ask? Can you help me with this who? This is the story about your grandfather. Sibuk ni. The topic is your grandfather. So if you asking who, what who?
Family.
Who? Family? Who? Who what? Who is your grandfather? Who? Who is your family? Family. Is it who? Who? Macam tu. Is it? What do you think? Okay, so you need to like think. Who apa lagi? Who is your grandfather? Macam tu. Okay. And then you go for what? If what question that you want to ask? Thinking about your grandfather, what?
His age.
Yes. You can think of age. What else? What? Lagi? What?
Hobby.
Hobby. Okay. Can think of hobby. What else? Okay. And then you can think of when. So what question to ask using when?
He was born.
Okay. What else? When what?
Oh, macam dah makan. Lain buat. Okey. Kalau makan apa? Kalau makan apa? Hah? Tak makan lagi.
Okay, if you want to eat, you can eat. Don't worry. You can eat while listen to me. Huh? Don't worry. Okay, Naim. Don't worry because online kan, so you can do whatever you do. It's okay. In my class, it's okay. If you want to eat, if you think that you hungry, then you just grab anything. Okay, as long as you are here, listen to me. Okay. So what else you want to ask for when? When? When what? Any question about when? When?
Anniversary.
Anniversary. Okay. Okay, you can ask that kind of question. So when, and then why? Then you start asking why, but why? What question that you want to ask about why? 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 Anything on why?
Still healthy, even though he is old.
Okay. Why you are still healthy again? So this kind of questions, okay, that you can ask. Right. So this the second strategy is asking questions, something about your grandparents. Okay. So there are many questions that you can use. Okay. The next strategy is mapping. What's the number? Is it 4 already? Okay. Mapping is mapping. So mapping is also called clustering or webbing. Okay, so what we did just now is when we think about the grandparents, we're using the WH questions, we are actually doing the mapping, right? So that's something like on top, okay, mapping. All right, so maybe you want to write about I need to use another diagram. Okay, maybe something about drugs. Okay, you have some drugs here. Then you want to, okay, maybe you want to write about the pros and cons of drugs. Okay, so this is one way of webbing and mapping lah. All right. So what do you think the pros of drug? What is the pros?
It is used for medical purposes.
Yes, it is used for medical. Okay, used for medical. Okay, so we're using the medical. What else? Any points on medical?
Brings temporary easiness
For
the consumer. If you consume drugs, you can get the effects of like temporary easy feeling, right? You feel
yes.
yeah,
Maybe
you
you
feel
have
high.
the easy feeling.
Kayak to disca juga I think.
Yes, because because you use in medical. So this is kind of webbing. Right. So when you use when you use drugs, obviously the drug price will increase, yeah? Yeah. Or decrease again. because people are using drugs. Okay? The drug price will decrease, and then the drug dealers can maybe I think drug dealers. What happened to drug dealers?
Stonks, they get more like their profit. They
Yeah,
profit.
because it's only like the pros is
Their business expands.
yes.
At
So
some
the
point, they
drug
can
price
drive the cops.
because we're using the drugs kan the drug price become increase, and the drug dealers is what is it just now? More profit.
Yes, drug dealers can get more profit because more people buy the drugs.
Yes.
Money they can get. And if you see drug prices, they are actually expensive.
Yes. So the drug price will increase and become expensive. Okay. And then what do you think of the cons of the drugs?
A lot of side effects.
Okay. We have the side effects. All right. And then you can actually like what else? Is going to addiction again, of course, can. Use
it
drug, we
can
have a
increase
lot
the
of
crime rate.
addiction. Pardon?
Increase crime rate.
Yes, it's also increased crime, is it? Because you're using drugs. Okay, so these are the maps. But I don't know like how many of you are using maps, okay? But yeah, maybe after this you can start using the maps to generate your ideas. Okay, and then number 4, okay, number 5. Number 5 is listing. Okay, listing is when you just Lisa just now, okay, you list, okay? Number 1, number 2, number 3, just write. Okay, listing. And then I think you use a lot on visualizing. Okay, so visualizing is when you get when you think of ideas, and you somehow you describe. Okay, describe the situation from your own point of view. Okay, so so when you telling stories about your grandfather, then you visualize, okay, what happened next, okay. So when you are visualizing, at the same time you're using the maps, okay, using the listing, combine all together, all right. Maybe you want to write something about how the human heart works, kan? How the human heart works. This is like the topic you want to write about, and then you start visualizing how the flow of blood, okay, through the different parts of the heart, okay, and then you like keep imagining things, the heartbeats and so on, okay. All right, so visualizing something that you're familiar with. The next one is using charts. Okay, using charts is there are different kinds of charts, okay, that you can use. So this is also like maps or the webs, okay, but charts are normally used to group your ideas visually. Okay, just now you have the just now we did pro and con charts, kan? There's a pros and cons chart. And then you have maybe a timeline chart, timeline. You do a timeline, and then you have a flow chart. Just now, the first one we have the flow chart. Okay, so the pros and cons here, maybe you put it. I think I use a sketch. Maybe you put it in the table, and somehow you able to do this pros and cons, and then there's a 1 here, 2 here. So this is also like things that you can by using charts. Okay, and then okay, I think I forgot this one. 5. I'll put here. 5 senses chart. Okay, 5 senses chart. Oops. Okay, this is a 5. Okay, 5 senses chart. Oh, senses is okay. This is a chart. The first one is C. This is when you write a story. Okay, this one is here. This one is taste. A feel. And smell. Okay, so when you when you write a story, okay, maybe you want to write about your grandfather again, eh? But writing a story about him, you put into this 5 senses chart category. Maybe you want to write about memorable things about him, because when you write about grandfather, there's so many things to write. Maybe you want to take one aspect. Maybe you have a kind of picnic with him at the beach, and so you visualizing. Okay, then you use visualizing. You might see some birds at the beach. You see the waves, and then you see the sand. What else you see at the beach?
Trees.
Shells. This is talking about your grandfather, but you visualizing that there's one memorable experience that you have with your grandfather, and then you choose that it's going to be at the beach. Okay, so use these 5 senses of chart, and then this is something that you see at the beach. And then what else that you can hear at the beach?
Water.
Water.
The ocean wave.
Yes, water. You hear the ocean, and then maybe you see some hear some children's laughing, and then splashing water. This one, splashing water, splashing and laughing. Okay, and then taste. What do you normally taste? Salt, maybe salt in the water, and then you taste
the sand.
The sand.
Sometimes you fall on the beach, and then some of the sand get into your mouth.
Okay, and then you taste the sand. Okay, that lingering in your mouth, and then maybe you are eating. Maybe you are bringing some sandwich in. Okay, and then feel. What do you feel? You feel cold, maybe because it's the water. And then what?
Windy.
Cold.
You feel?
Cold.
Windy.
Windy. You feel the wind, kan? You feel the wind somehow is carries your hair, kan? And then you feel a clammy sand in between toes, between your toes. This is how you feel, kan? And then the wind blowing, that's how you feel. Okay, and then you go for the smell. What do you smell at the beach? Have you been to the beach? When was the last time you went to the beach?
Last 2 years.
Last 2 years.
Last
yeah?
week, teacher.
Last week. You went to last week. What? Where is it? Which beach?
Teluk Cempedak.
Oh, Teluk Cempedak. You went there. Teluk Cempedak. My
Yeah.
house. My house is
Yeah,
actually
I went there.
quite near to the beach. Though I just need to walk like maybe 100 meters.
Yesterday.
Oh, you went there yesterday? Saifu went yesterday to the beach.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, my house is maybe like 500 meters or 300 meters. If I walk, it take like 3 to 4. Tak lah, I think 1 to 2 minutes to reach at the beach. But I seldom go to the beach. I like jungle better. So then you smell the fresh air, and then you smell the fishy smell. Okay. And then you smell the salty air or sea breeze. Okay, so you're using the 5 senses chart. Okay, this is a good way, okay, to generate the ideas. Okay, you have there. All right. Okay, and then you can use the comparison chart. Just now you have the pros and cons chart. Then comparison chart. This one like maybe you find a comparison chart. Virus versus cell, and then you like do some notes on virus and you do some notes on the cell, then you can just write about it. Okay, and then the rest is timeline. Okay, timeline is maybe you have this timeline, and then which I think I'm using Sketch. Sketch is better to write. This is your timeline. Okay. Now this is 20 years. Now you are 15. 15. 14. Now you are 14. This is timeline. What year you're born? 2007, kan? Or you might use a year here, or you might use year. Now is 14 is 2021. So what happened in the middle? Do you remember what happened when you were 12 years old? 12 years old.
Yes,
Now you are
UPSR.
UPSR and UPSR. Anything happens in between? And then what happened when you are 20 years again? So this is timeline. You're making your own timeline, or maybe because just now we want to write about your grandfather, then you're making the timeline. For example, what year your grandfather was born, and then maybe he like died at, maybe he's still here, maybe he died at when he's 64 ke 80 years old, and so that is a timeline. So what happened this one ni, now you are like having online class, and then 20 years, where are you in 20 years? What do you think? University?
We'll get
Maybe.
into the cyberpunk phase.
Yeah, you can do that. And maybe you already like having your finish your degree, your first degree. Then you go. That is your timeline, okay? So using timeline is to also able to develop your ideas. Okay, and then the flow chart is something like we just now. What else? Let me check. Okay, I think we have already done with everything. Okay, so let me go through back everything again. So the strategies to explore your own topics. Just now we learned about brainstorming. Okay, the brainstorming, and then you do free writing. Okay, and then you asking question. Okay, alright. I buat macam ni je. Hilang dah. Tak nak kawan dengan I. Okay, and then this is my mapping, clustering or webbing. And then you have listing, visualizing, and then you're using chart. Okay, so using chart like pro and cons chart, timeline chart, 5 senses chart. So you have here 5 senses, and then this is a comparison chart, and then just now we learn about timeline. Okay, understand? So far so good. Any question? Do you understand? Easy kan? I think it's quite easy. So when talking about maps, kan, we have quite a number of maps. We have when you go for maps, bukan peta kan, maps lah. We have the Venn diagrams. Venn diagram is macam ni. The gear. Okay, I think I use sketch. Sketch is better. So Venn diagram. This one is my circle is not that circle. I need to make more circle. So Venn diagrams. This one you put the differences, and then this one you put a similarities. This one you put the difference. And this one is we call Venn diagrams. Must be invented by a person named Venn. Okay, and then you have the spider maps. Okay, not only Spider-Man, but also have spider maps. So spider maps. Okay, first they have this concept here. Maybe the topic is here, the concept is here, and then this is quite pelik sikit. So this is your main idea over here. Okay, and then you macam buat point kat sini, detail here, detail here. Kan. Tapi main idea sini macam ni. Dia punya main idea over here like Your grandfather is kind. So kind is your main idea. So detail yang buat. And then the detail is here. Pelik sikit lah this spider map ni. I don't think, does it look like spider? No, kan?
Kinda.
Maybe kind of spider. So this like, these are the main ideas in here. This line is the main ideas. So that's spider maps. Okay, we have like quite difference of spider maps. Okay, and then you have series map. Okay, series map is very simple je lah macam ni je. Event 1, and then you go for event 2, or something like this. Event 3, dah simple. But this one normally this more to the process of things, and then you organize it, event, and then the last one. Okay, the last one you might want to put summary. Okay, all right. Another maps is timeline. Timeline is we already done just now, timeline. And then you have this one, nama dia is hierarchical maps. Belit tadi dah I sebut. Hierarchical. How to pronounce this? Hierarchical. Teruk tu dah. Must be online classes and make my English pun jadi pelik. Okay, so this one you have the thesis statement, and then you put the second one. You got the main ideas, and then this main ideas become another details and details. This is curriculum maps. I don't know. Do you learn this in other subject? Not good. Okay. So this is like a different kinds of maps. Okay. All right. So yesterday I asked you to do the brainstorming, right? Do you have it? Have you done brainstorm? Anyone want to share? I think yesterday I asked you to think, choose the topics like this one. I better share screen. This one. The pets, okay, the internet, pets, education, and travel. Okay, anybody? Anybody wants to share the ideas? I call names. Amira Nadira. Amira, can you share? What do you got? What topic you chose?
I choose pets.
Pets. Okay. So can you just read whatever you done brainstorm?
I choose pet, but I specifically cats.
or cats? Okay. Yeah.
Cute, orange, fluffy,
Okay.
sleep 24/7, like a partner or friends. Very friendly, but always hungry.
Okay. Is that all?
Always wait for us when we are not home. Really stressed.
Really stressed. Okay, that's a good one to brainstorm. Thank you. Thank you, Amira. Okay, very good. Others? I think I call Fatihah Zuhaira.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, can you just read, Fatihah?
I choose travel.
Travel, okay.
First, choose a good place to release stress. And then choose whom you want to go.
Okay. Then?
Bring not too many things. Just
that all?
Yes, that's all.
Okay, okay. Thank you, Fatihah. Okay, very good. Okay.
Alright.
Zayan. Zayan, can you share?
I choose pets.
Pets. Okay. What points?
Teacher, okay.
Oh, what? He's having an internet connection. Slow internet connection. Oh, he's lost already. Aish Adib. Aish Adib. Is here Aish Adib? No?
Maybe he's having problems with his internet connection.
Oh, maybe. Okay. Hana Mawada. Hana? Okay. I think he's here. Akil. Akil Haras.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Can you share with us, Akil?
Sekejap.
It's okay, take your time.
Maybe travel.
Okay, you choose travel.
Brainstorm.
Okay.
Want to go to the place that nice or beautiful, maybe.
Okay.
A beautiful scenery.
All right.
And good sightseeing.
Okay.
Places that have people that are very mesra. What mesra?
Lesu. Okay.
I don't know, is it?
Okay, never mind. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Akil. Okay, the last one. Sarah. Is Sarah here? Sarah? No, Faisal? No? Nakib? Nakib. Are you there, Nakib? Ish, Nakib ni. Okay, never mind. Okay, all right, can you see the screen now? Okay, I want you to choose the topic. Okay, choose one of the following topics. And then I want you to free write for 5 to 10 minutes, okay? Do a simple free writing. Just write anything. You choose, the first one is either you want to choose a time you got lost, a visit from a friend, a first day at school, a day at work. Okay, so when you choose a topic, then you start writing, and then that's it. Just write whatever it is. Okay. Free writing is not the correct way of writing. Okay, it's just like you just write anything, and then after that, then we going to check some errors. From that checking, then you have your rewriting. Okay. Have you copied down the questions? Done?
Then teacher.
Done, eh? Okay. I think I still have time to check for attendance. Okay, I'm going to check the attendance. Okay, Amirul Hakim, are you there, Amirul Hakim?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Today is 7:38. Okay, Dia. No, Dia. Ihsan. No, Ihsan. Zayan.
Yes, teacher.
Aish Adib. No. Amirul Nakib. No. Ammar Hamdi.
Me, teacher.
Okay. Amshar Daniel.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Arif Shahmi.
Yeah, teacher. I'm here.
Okay. Ashraf. Okay.
Previous
Darwish.
teacher,
Yeah, I know. Darwish.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Irfan Hazwan. I think Irfan is here. Irfan?
I'm here, teacher. Yes, teacher.
Is Anaki.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Khaizuran, KK.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Nakib, Muhammad Nakib, no.
Teacher, Nakib PM me. He said that he go to toilet.
Which one? Nakib no ke Amirul Nakib?
Nakib no.
Okay. Saiful Zaman here. Alina Nadira.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Aisyah Maisara.
Teacher.
Okay. Amira Nadira.
Yes, teacher.
Here. Fatini.
Teacher, pagi ni ada mic problem.
Fadilil? Okay.
Mic problem.
Hana Mawadah? Najwa? Fatini got mic problems.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. So Najwa is here, Najwa?
Yes, I'm here.
All right.
Teacher.
Yes.
Hana Mawada is here. She
yeah.
typed in the chat.
Okay. Okay. Alia Bashira.
Yes, teacher.
Amalina Farhana.
Me, teacher.
Okay. Asia Maisara.
Me, teacher.
Putri Batrisha.
Yes, teacher.
Kaisara Fitri. Kaisara Fitri. No. Sarah Nabila.
Yes, teacher.
Sofia Nurfatnin.
Yes, teacher.
Shurfa Afanin. No.
Yes, teacher.
Oh yes. Aduh. Ahmad Ishak. No, Ahmad Ishak. Uthman. No. Hanif Azfar. No. Okay. Afiq Naim.
Teacher, yes.
Okay. Aiman Fitri.
Yes, teacher.
Akil Haras. Yes.
Yes,
Daniel
teacher.
Hakimi. Daniel Hakimi. No Daniel. Daniel Azman. Also no. Hafizul Khairi.
Yes, teacher.
Jafni Amjad. Nope. KL. No KL. Muzamil.
I'm here, teacher.
Okay. No Naim.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Yusuf Hafiz. No, Yusuf.
Me, teacher.
Okay. Aimi Zahira. Is Aimi
Yes,
there?
teacher.
Okay. Aisyah Tasnim.
Teacher, she said she have land problem.
Okay, never mind. Alia Khadijah. No, Alia Khadijah. Auni Sumaya.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Fatimah Shahid.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Hannah Nelly.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Hannah Safia.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Hasha Nuridina.
Yes, teacher.
Mirza Idina.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Nawa Hayati.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Aisyah Zulaika.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Fatihah Zuhaira here just now. Hasha Amalin.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Sasabil.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Shafia Ufa.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. So I still waiting for your the video, okay? Because some of you haven't submitted to me yet. Please submit for those who not submit. Okay. I think that's all for today's class. Okay. I'll see you next week. No, next week. Next week is your holiday. I think that's the only homework that you have to do. Just do it a very simple free writing. Okay.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you so much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, teacher.
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 Okay.
Thank you, teacher.